like boobies. You like boobies. Vicky likes boobies.
You're tacky and I hate you.
Now, are there any damn questions?
Have you any idea what the street value of this mountain is?
This is a nice fish, you know? Big fucking eyes, but a nice fucking fish.
No topic too absurd, no statement too asinine. We are nerdies and we're running lean and mean today. I, as ever, am running this particular show. The name I go by is Mike. Second in command of this show. First in command of your heart.
Yeah, Justin.
And running the producerial side of things. Yeah, that's a word. Yeah, I've heard that before.
If not, it's a word now.
Yes.
Joe.
There we are. Yeah, it's just the three of us. Cause, you never know. We might have a Kyle jumping in, but kids being kids, they throw curveballs. We don't know that.
I'm actually glad it's the three of us are the main ones on here because I have two list articles, which...
Listicles?
Yes. I do prefer the opinions of the two people on this show for those. Someone not named Vinny would absolutely be a dick about one of them.
Okay, well, given the fact that we don't necessarily have a lot to touch on, unless you guys have personal stories you want to get into. Joe was mentioning something before the show.
Joe did, and I can announce that I am now an employee of Entertainment Weekly.
Okay, what's this now?
Yeah, do tell.
So, just through my perusings of the internet, I found a freelance writing job, and they hired, is the word, I guess. So I'm going to be doing some reviews for Entertainment Weekly.
Entertainment Weekly needs to give us a budget and sponsor Nerdities.
They're not touching the show, Joe. You know how nice it is to not have a leash on one like area of life. I like that about this show. But soon, hopefully, you'll be seeing online articles written by this guy.
That's cool. Congratulations.
Is it going to be your name or are you going to pseudonym it?
I'm going to say it's my fucking name. Dude, once my first article actually gets, like, published on the web or something, if you don't think I'm all over my social media going, look what I did, look what I did.
I'd want to have fun coming up with a pseudonym, like Jose Cornhole.
No, I'm all about that.
Dirk Swigler.
Rubbing it in the faces of my detractors. But Joe, you were talking about your sister, yeah?
Crazy story. I got a message from my mom saying Dee's in the hospital. She got hit in the head with a freezer door at work.
Damn.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, that could happen a lot of different ways.
Like a walk-in freezer.
Yeah, but was it like on top of the head, back of the head, front? Because
it was the front.
Okay, so that's not as bad. If you catch it like right on the dome, right there where the hairline is, it's much more survivable.
It didn't break the skin. Deep had a massive, she still has a massive concussion.
No shit.
Yeah.
What? How the hell did that happen?
She was walking by the door and somebody opened it really quickly and boom.
Not at the place we used to work at, right?
No. She quit that place.
Right.
She works at the golf course now down in Tuckerton.
Okay.
Do you remember the time that I got hit in the head by the middle of the door? You weren't there. I went over Fallon's, my ex's. I wasn't living there yet, and she was living in Freehold in the apartment that I lived with her for a little while in. And I came in the front door, and I think someone, her roommate, was walking out, and he said something to me to be like, hey, what's up? He asked me a question, and I turned really quick as she was closing the door, and straight in the middle of my fucking I still have pictures somewhere on here of it.
I think I remember.
Yeah. Those moments are so stunning because it's what the fuck just happened. I don't know how I didn't. I must have been poor posture, my head down. It didn't break my glasses or anything, but yeah, nice little gasharoni.
Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of smashing my head into many things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just all the listeners out there, put in some good thoughts for my sister. That speedy recovery.
I'll totally think about her.
Yeah, I know you will.
I'm thinking about it right now.
Hand check.
Don't fall asleep. Literally, that's dangerous. When you got a concussion, don't fall asleep.
No.
We didn't lose anybody of significance, so there's no rest in peace this week.
It was kind of nice.
Yeah. We didn't gain any people in movies, so there was no casting. Was there a cast?
I have casting.
Oh, cast away.
Really?
I do. It's for a podcast.
I think I heard something on this. Was it the Batman one?
It is the Batman one.
Okay. Someone playing the Riddler, right?
Correct.
There's a name. It's a significant name?
Coleman Domingo.
Okay, I was wrong.
Has been cast in the Riddler Secrets in the Dark.
What has Coleman Domingo been in? Do we know, or is this an up-and-comer?
No, you do know him. Fear the Walking Dead. He was.
No, you know him.
Yeah. Hold on.
Coleman Domingo. He was in Lincoln, Thelma, Fear the Walking Dead, Birth of a Nation. They remade Birth of the Nation.
Okay. Coleman Domingo. All right. Have I seen him in South?
I'm sorry. No. My bad. Coleman Domingo's Batman. He's the guy who played Batman in Batman Unburied.
Okay.
Hassan Minaj is Edward Nygma.
Oh, Hassan Minaj.
Yeah.
Apparently, we've been saying it wrong.
Have we?
Yes.
My bad.
There was a really great Daily Show moment when he was hosting and Ronnie Chang was on there, that they were going back and forth. It was all it was written, but they were busting each other's balls about nationality. And he's like, oh, really? Hassan? You spelled it with an A. What the fuck were we supposed to think? So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But Batman Unburied is a really good podcast. So, look forward to that. But that's the first casting we've had in like months.
That's for a while. Ooh. All right, that's casting. That is.
Oh wait, no, hold on. I think I do have another list of castings. Hang on a second.
A group of castings?
A group of castings.
Would you say it's a plethora of castings?
We could go that far. Did I not save it like an asshole?
I didn't even think.
Aha, I do.
Things were.
I have the cast of the Iron Claw movie.
Oh, that's right. I did see that. But, I mean, that was announced a while ago.
Not the extended cast.
There was one person who's a member of the Von Erichs that I didn't know about. That I was really surprised.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a picture of the group, and I didn't realize he was in the group.
Yeah. So, Zac Efron is Kevin Von Erich. Lily James, yeah, he looks good, is Pam Atkinson. Harris Dickinson is David Von Erich. Maura Tierney as Doris Von Erich. Holt McElhenney as Fritz Von Erich. Jeremy Allen White as Carrie Von Erich. Stanley Simmons as Mike Von Erich. Maxwell Jacob Friedman as Lance Von Erich.
That was the really surprising one, but not surprising at the same time.
Couple more. Brady Pierce as Michael Hayes. Aaron Dean Eisenberg as Ric Flair. Kevin Anton as Harley Race. Casey Luis Guerrero as Bruiser Brody. Chavo Guerrero Jr. as The Sheik. And Ryan Nemeth as Gino Hernandez. Ryan Nemeth is Dolph Ziggler's younger brother.
This is really smart on their part. Bringing in modern workers to round out the cast, to get not just be background people either. You know these guys are going to have important parts in this. Wow, the Bruiser Brody guy looks really good.
Yeah.
I wonder how tall that dude is. He legit looks like Bruiser Brody.
Yeah.
Huss. Holy shit, there's one in his IMDb page that's kind of eerie. I mean, he's smiling, and Bruiser Brody wasn't known to be that smiley a guy professionally. All right, here's one where he's looking intimidating. Yeah. Man, that's going to be great. I'm pretty sure that's pretty much all filmed.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, it said coming soon.
Yeah.
This Ric Flair guy, the guy who's playing Flair, doesn't necessarily have the Flair look. Hopefully he's got the Flair tude.
Yeah.
It's got a release date of December 22nd of this year.
Yeah. So, there. Castings.
The MJF one is the thing that I'm really looking forward to. Because he really hasn't broken character much. And he's going to have to play a more varied individual in this.
Yeah.
Because it's a real-life story.
Yeah. He can't play him playing the guy.
So he's going to have to be a person with all of their ups and downs, positives and negatives. And I feel very strongly that he can do it. Well, so Chavo's not playing the Iron Sheik. He's playing Sheik Ed Farhat.
Yeah.
One of the characters that inspire the Iron Sheik.
Yes.
Man, this is very interesting overall.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, we got some actual casting.
Yay.
Dude, the Harley Race guy, that's unnerving.
Yeah, dude.
How much he looks like him.
They did really good.
What else has that dude been in? He was a henchman in Gotham. Dead Ringers. I feel like I've seen his face. He's on Sopranos for one episode. All right. He must just be one of those guys who's popped up in a lot of stuff. While we're talking wrestling, there's a movie that's popped up on Amazon every time I go on Prime. Starring, come on, scroll up. Gael Garcia Bernal, the guy who played Werewolf by Night, Jack Russell. Have you seen this thing? Have you seen anything about it? Okay, let me pull up his filmography so I can say the name of this. I got to go directly to him. I'm on Werewolf by Night right now. Cassandro. He plays Saul Cassandro. Follows the true story of Cassandro, the Exotico character created by Saul Armendariz, gay amateur wrestler from El Paso who rose to international stardom. Yeah, he's basically playing kind of a Goldust-y... Ooh, Bad Bunny's in it.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Looks very interesting. I just haven't clicked on it yet. I didn't know anything about this dude, but he was excellent in Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
If Ahsoka wasn't doing a new episode tonight, I'd put that back on and watch it. It totally looks worth checking out. So, okay, stretch that enough. And since you're kind of behind completely on Ahsoka, can't really dip into that too much.
Not bad. Trailers.
There was a trailer for the Gargoyle of Gotham. I don't know if you checked that out.
Saw it.
Yeah. But it's a trailer for a comic book.
Yeah.
That I'm watching this thing. I'm like, wow, this is really stylized. This is going to be an incredible animated. Wait, no, this is Rafael Grampa's written and drawn series that's coming out. So they did a full CGI trailer for a comic book.
They've done it a few times now.
It does make me a bit more interested. The whole crux of that story being this Elseworlds Batman has foregone Bruce Wayne's life.
Yeah.
And he's 100% committed to being Batman. There's a serial killer in Gotham, and everything points to Bruce Wayne, I believe. Let me get the specific rundown for this. Ooh, the tagline. Where is it? When you chase your own shadow, it leads you to the abyss. Takes place in a world where the Dark Knight has skewed his life as Bruce Wayne in order to become the Batman on a full-time basis. A serial killer is on the loose, and while the murder victims seem random at first, every clue draws Batman closer to the terrifying truth. They're all connected, not just to each other, but to him. Dun, dun, dun. First issue comes out. He's on sale now, so I might actually.
Oh shit! Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Second issue comes out November 14th because Rafael Grampa is doing pretty much everything himself. It's going to take a little while.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it takes a little while because kind of stuff demands patience. All right. What were the other trailers?
Doctor Who.
Yeah, we got the Doctor Who.
Doctor Who's is this?
Everything looks fucked, so that's fun.
Everyone looks totally fucked.
I don't see things ending well for Donna.
I don't see any things ending well for anybody.
No, and you see David Tennant's 14th Doctor at his breaking point, which I like. You got Ncuti Gatwa as the 15th Doctor in what looked like his regular series outfit instead of the one shot from one of the previous trailers where you see him, I guess, just post-regeneration.
Okay. So we're actually going to get some time with him establishing himself and getting to know himself.
I guess, because we're definitely getting 3 episodes with Tennant. 3 specials. They have confirmed that there will be a Christmas special this year.
Involving Tennant or the new dude?
Nobody knows. That we don't know. We don't know if he's going to regenerate in the Christmas special, if he's going to regenerate after episode 3. We don't know.
It's River.
Billy Piper has hinted about being on the set during one of these specials. So possible Rose Tyler. We don't know.
Something tells me they're going to do something similar to when she was helping the War Doctor.
Yeah.
She was the moment.
Yeah. Because they've really... I was surprised they even went back to her at all. It was nice to use her form as a conduit for something else, but her story capped off so well.
Yeah.
Right. She ended up with the Meta Doctor. I personally think we're going to see the true form of Dr. Donna in this.
I mean, the way they set it up, she can't. Unless it's Doctor Who. They could always pull some boobajoob out of their ass where they inject her with Time Lord DNA or something, or she stares into the heart of darkness or whatever, or the TARDIS just says, no, it's cool. Like, she could live in the TARDIS forever. She just gets her own room where it just keeps her head together or some shit. They always figure out a way to rewrite what they've written. But to be like, no, she can never know again, and to tease that in the trailer, like, this could be... I think it would be more poignant if they give her an end.
Yeah.
I'm very much looking forward to seeing her and David Tennant back on screen together, just because the chemistry between them was just so great. They played off each other so well.
Who do you think who was your favorite Tennant companion? Because, like, Smith, Amy. It will always be Amy.
Yeah.
As much fun as Rory was to have around, like, the combo of those two with him was great. One of my favorite episodes ever.
Although, Clara
and Capaldi were brilliant together.
Yeah, they were, but like because she was as in love with Matt Smith's Doctor as she was, is what like helped transition to Capaldi's kind of like her dad like figure. It just Also, I have the most giantest crush on her.
Super duper adorable.
Jenna Coleman?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking.
I gotta say, though, as cute as she is, I would crush harder on Karen Gillan.
Both are lovely. Like, not splitting.
Both are lovely. Karen Gillan is so immensely fucking talented. Not to say that Jenna Coleman isn't. I've not seen her do anything beyond acting. Yeah. But Karen Gillan, not only a great performer, a funny performer. Did anyone else see her short that she directed?
Yes. Also, she's charming on TikTok.
Yes, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched the making of, the behind the scenes on Guardians 3. The way she drops into Nebula instantly. When they're not rolling, she's Karen Gillan.
Yeah.
She's goofy, Scottish girl. They say action, she is gruff cyber alien in a nanosecond. She's an incredible actress. And fucking Jumanji. I really can't wait for a third one of those.
She needs to play Pirate Red in Pirates. That you got a perfect.
Would be down for that.
Perfect. To answer your question, Mike, my favorite Tenet companion would have to be Donna.
Really?
Like, Rose was great. Like, the chemistry, but it started out a little shaky. You didn't know what she was doing, and she had Mickey, and then it was like, okay, well, she's in love with the Doctor. Martha she was in love with the Doctor. He was heartbroken and just wanted to take her on an adventure. But when Donna came along, it's just, I don't know, it was like, she put him in check.
She was always a bit too abrasive for me. I didn't like her accent as much. And I didn't really like Rose's accent, too. That kind of hard Cockney thing just grates at me. Yeah. Well, oh, boy. Martha might be my favorite because she got over everything on her own. Like, she put him in his place eventually. Like, we all just fall in love with you. You know what? I'm not doing it. I'll stand by your side, but I'm over this part of you. I'm your equal in a lot of ways.
With Donna, it was Fires of Pompeii when she basically forced him to break the rules, and you have to save somebody. You have to save somebody. You can't just let them all die. You have to save somebody. Like, break the rules. You be the hero.
There's a specifically poignant moment when Capaldi's Doctor has that revelation later on. Why this face moment.
Yep. All full circle.
Can you pick one of them, Justin?
That's the thing. Like, I love Tennant's Doctor. I hated his fucking companions. I hated all of them.
I'm bummed that Kylie Minogue only got one episode.
Yeah.
That would have been a really fun one to run with.
Or even, what's her name from the Easter special? Lady Christina, the jewel thief.
I barely remember that one.
The one, they're on the bus, and the bus goes through the portal.
Okay. The one-off ones are harder to connect with. If it wasn't Kylie Minogue playing that character on that one, I would have forgotten what happened in there. But she was a 90s crush, too.
Yeah. But yeah,
Cabby is one of the best parts of that movie.
I fucking hate Tennant's companions. Matt Smith, it was the two. I think that's the thing for me in general. Most of the companions for me for the Doctor are just kind of like,
They kind of get in the way.
It's like clearly they serve a necessary part to the story, but I think like I've never enjoyed any of them enough except for Rory and Amy, and Clara.
What about Nardole? You didn't like him? You didn't like Matt Lucas?
It's not that I like hate him. It's just he didn't do much for me. He served his purpose,
The character themselves didn't really draw you in, except for the Amy Rory dynamic.
Right. The dynamic is what drew me into them.
It drew me in so much that when they started that season with them divorced, I was crestfallen.
Dude.
Mm-hmm. But what a beautiful way to start it. They're not together, and then the rest of the season is them coming back together.
Yes.
Yeah. And that they can't live without each other.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Yeah.
Feelings.
The other trailer, Rick and Morty.
Yeah. I'm thoroughly surprised they pulled that shit off.
I told you. It'd be fine.
I didn't think... Obviously, there are sound-alikes out there, but it's finding someone who could sound alike and pull off the characterization.
Yeah.
Something tells me that's AI.
No.
As something tells me, for that show...
They would get in too much trouble. Especially given, like, the shenanigans they've had with Roy.
Yeah, they would still have to pay him for his voice likeness.
Yes.
But yeah, they just found a sound alike and told him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Joe's got no face.
Breaking news.
Mhm.
Hollywood strike ends at 12:01 tonight.
The WGA strike or
The writers' strike, yep, 12 Pacific time.
Nice.
Breaking news.
All right. Hopefully,
We can have news again on the show.
all right.
They vote. It was a unanimous vote to agree to the contract.
Good.
We're not getting fucked. Not getting fucked. Back to work.
All right. Computers haven't taken over yet? Not yet. Back to the keyboards.
As a employee of Entertainment Weekly now, I'd like to say
I fully support this. I'm very happy with the terms we've got.
that has nothing to do with me.
Yep. Okay. We were doing more trailers, right?
No,
So then we go on to reviews.
I've got reviews.
Me too.
As I was noting earlier, I was COVID sick over the weekend. Feeling much better. I think I'm looking pretty good. I definitely need a haircut and a beard trim for the wedding, but other than that,
I should hope so.
We
I'm
can
really
see.
looking forward to Thursday. I got to do something with this
yeah,
nonsense.
Thursday's the day. Didn't get to watch all the new stuff that I wanted to watch because my oldest wasn't here to watch two things with. My wife didn't want to watch them. We didn't get into anything else really, but what we did do is we hopped in our ye old time machine on Paramount Plus to 90s Nickelodeon and binged a bunch of shit. Are You Afraid of the Dark still holds up. That is a solid kids horror anthology show.
Vinny shared that clip today
Yeah.
of the clown. I gotta say, I was never into that show, but just the structure of that scene, it wasn't handled that great. It was kind of like, but
not
the
the best
idea of using the blue goop, kind of like the alien spittle, in place of blood to creep the kids out from the giant white and blue clown.
Right.
That's smart.
It's
that's
good.
That's just the right kind of scary for a kid.
Yes.
Perfect for Nickelodeon.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it holds up for that. All the game shows are still solid shit. You can't do that on television. Is a teen version of SNL out of Canada.
Never has there been something more aptly named.
Early 80s.
Bro.
Yeah.
When was the last time either of you have seen any of this?
When I first got Paramount Plus.
I've watched clips over the years. You know what I would do every once in a while? I would put on the opening sequence, and just that opening sequence reminded me.
The opening sequence is great.
That opening sequence is disturbing on its own.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's very Monty Python-esque,
Yeah.
but even more tweaked than a kid show should.
That's why I liked it. There's a bit. There's bits where like a kid is chained up in a dungeon, and like a firing squad.
Yeah.
And like it's funny because he's outsmarting the adults in the situation, but like it's still a teenager.
Yes.
Facing a firing squad.
It was a group of kids, and it was generally the same group of kids,
Yeah,
right?
it's the same group.
And one 50-year-old guy.
Well, yeah.
Well, and the mom from Weird Science. Gary's mom.
Yeah.
Oh, was she in there?
Yeah, she was Anthony Michael Hall's mom on Weird Science.
Gary! Our son! What you're talking about.
But wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Barf with the character Barf.
Barfy's
We
Burgers.
were, as a society, we were so politically correct. There was no politically correctness existing back then.
Bruh.
That show went beyond politically correct, though. That was just morally.
It was. I'm going to get through. There's only one season. There's only 14 episodes.
Yeah.
But I
Wait,
plan.
there was only 14 episodes of that
Yes.
show?
I plan on
On
getting
there or at all?
at all.
There's a documentary about it on Paramount
Yes, there
Plus.
is.
I plan on getting through all of them and reporting if it gets weirder or better.
Oh, Joe's got another O face.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going through. What the fuck? Okay, so the show started in '82. Fuck, it's old. How many episodes did you say were on there?
14.
14?
I might have watched all of them because I watched.
They're missing a bunch.
Is there a bunch missing?
Then
that means that there's episodes that were deemed too rough for Paramount
Literally
Plus.
couldn't do that on streaming.
Yeah.
No. 11 seasons. There was season 11 came out in 2004, but season 10 ended in 1990. I didn't even know that existed in 2004.
There's no possible way that there's some.
It was a reunion episode.
No. I'm talking about 10 seasons in like 4 years.
82 to 90.
Yeah, 82 to 90. They cranked out about a season a year.
All right, well, I will get to the bottom of this. I'm going to get through it, though, because wow.
There's an episode called Sexual Equality. Personal hygiene. Drugs.
Personal hygiene. Yeah. Well, but anyways, so 90s Nickelodeon has been great. Kablam, got back onto that. That's great. Guts, Legends of the Hidden Temple, all of it. Awesome. We did watch something new the other day. And we watched Fast 10, or Fast X.
The Rise of the Ridiculous Return. Was it everything you hoped for?
It's two separate entities, right? So there is, like, the main Fast story. And you're like, okay, like, it's about, this was their Empire Strikes Back. Because I'm pretty sure they're not going to be dead because they don't ever kill anybody. But, like, by the end of Fast X, there's no Team Fast.
Like, 10 movies in, things finally got...
They leave it, we're like, everybody's dead.
Everybody's dead? They're dead, or they're just, like, spread to the wind?
Potentially, they all could be dead.
Oh my god, Fast 11's gonna be time travel.
Fast 11's
Are they all hanging off the cliff by their pinky?
Fast 11's gonna be ghosts.
13 ghosts. No, 11 ghosts. There we go. Fast 11 ghosts.
Then there is the movie that is Jason Momoa. And what a national fucking treasure that man is. And I'm serious. If James Gunn does not hire this motherfucker to be the Joker, it is a missed opportunity. He is so fun as a fucking cuckoo bird villain. He's like one of my favorite villains I've seen in a movie in a very long time. Just like, it's so good. He's so flamboyant. And just like, over the top, but psychotically over the top, and not in a way that it takes away from anything. There's like, oh, they give an exact reason why he is the way he is. Because because Dom gave him brain damage. It's incredible. It's so good.
This movie is them reaping what they sow. They basically say that.
Yeah, it is exactly
in the trailer.
What it is. Yeah.
All right, you've done how many chases around how many cities? Someone's finally gonna chase you down. And you know what? At the end of this movie, I'm not joining your team like your brother and the English guy. Nope. Or the big Samoan cop. Nope. I'm gonna be your enemy for life because I'm wackadoo. Well, at least there's something redeeming in it.
But like, wow. I don't recommend watching Fast X if you've not watched any other Fast movies.
Good, I'm out.
But if you just want an idea of how fucking gonzo Jason Momoa could be as a bad guy, 20 minutes is all you need. Just watch 20 minutes of him. And you're like,
I'm going to find a supercut.
And you're just like, he's brilliant.
Brilliant.
It's brilliant.
Okay, any other reviews from you? Because I have one.
No.
Joe, review?
So I watched Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
Yes, you do have a review.
I fucking loved it.
As you should.
I, like, it made me feel like a kid.
Isn't it everything a Ninja Turtles movie could be?
Oh my god. The Jackie Chan Splinter fight scene was... It fits so well. It's like, okay, you got Jackie Chan playing the voice of Splinter. Okay, Splinter's got to be Jackie Chan.
Yeah, he's got to have a moment. He's not the movie, but when his moment happens,
oh yeah,
it's Jackie Chan.
Nice.
It can't just have him fight normal.
No,
the kid dynamic, the fact that they're actually teenagers.
Loved it.
They talk like not just like modern teenagers. They have that innocence and ignorance of teenagers. Is so sorely needed in that series.
And the story that they gave him, how just wanting to just be kids, wanting to be teenagers.
Yeah, part of the world.
Yeah,
like it's always
so well.
kind of been part of the turtle story, but they just accepted, you know, we're ninjas, we'll do it from the shadows. No, like, they really want... And the whole, like, they're gonna milk you.
Yes. Yeah. Did you get milked? It's a milking machine.
The fucking dynamic between all four of them is beautiful. Mm-hmm. And all the other mutants.
Fucking Mondo Gecko.
Mondo Gecko isn't just in it. Paul Rudd does a great job being Mondo Gecko.
Dude, in the credits, they have him introducing Paul Rudd. I loved it. And April, I thought she was great. I liked the way that her character was. It worked. I'm so looking forward to a sequel for this, and just how they make Bebop and Rocksteady bad guys.
Yeah, how all the other mutants work within Superfly's plan, but then all have their own intentions too. And Cube as Superfly.
Fuck yeah. He drops an NWA lines.
Yes, he does.
The soundtrack was fucking awesome.
Get some self-referentiality in there. I love that. For that reason alone, I might start up my Paramount Plus again for a little while.
So
I'm glad you bring them up, because I have another reason you might want to.
Mm.
But that's a story when we get there.
Okay.
So after that, I went back and I watched the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. Just to get a comparison. Mm-hmm. Still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed it. Vastly different. Just so
It'll
different.
always have a place in our hearts because it's the first time they did a pseudo-serious version of the Turtles. Yeah. It is kind of like...
It's serious. Like, there's beats in that movie that are just like, this is not for children.
It's kind of crimson. Like, they chain up Splinter. They whoop his ass.
Yeah. The whole
Raphael catches such a beating, he goes into a coma for what could be a week.
Yeah.
The core story of brotherhood and family, just...
Dude, that moment where there's astral plane Splinter still kind of gets me.
But you just got to hand it to Jim Henson with those costumes. Just, my God. Those
so strong.
Just so great.
And then there's the sequel.
Yeah, there was a sequel, and then there was just the sequel. I'm not going to mention any other ones.
We got 20 minutes into the third one.
So then I found myself watching, of all things, I'm just going through Paramount Plus, and I put Beverly Hills Cop 3 on, of all fucking movies.
It's not.
I don't hate it.
It's not a terrible movie.
It's not. The flack that it got in comparison to the other, it's not the best one out of the three. But it's still not terrible.
It's fun. It's great to see Bronson Pinchot back for a hot minute. It's weird to see George Lucas in there for literally 10 seconds. The story is kind of like, it starts off serious with the captain getting capped.
Yeah.
And then it gets all types of fucking silly, where it's a laundering scheme at Disney, essentially.
there was rumors of Eddie Murphy purposely like not giving it his all. I still thought he was funny. Like
It has moments.
It has moments. But so I made it through about half that movie, and I'm like, you know what? Let me watch something new. So I watched Batman: The Doom That Came to Gotham. I didn't like it. It was too predictable.
I don't see how that's predictable.
You're not a Lovecraft dude now.
I like Elseworlds. Like I loved Gotham by Gaslight. I loved that. I thought the Jack the Ripper story was fucking phenomenal. I just every time they brought up a character, I'm like, this is how it's going to end. As soon as they mentioned Kirk Langstrom, it's like, okay, this is where this is going.
You're telling me you saw what was going to happen with Two-Face?
I didn't. Well, as soon as Two-Face came in, as soon as Harvey came in, it's like, okay, what's how they're going to bring Two-Face in? It's like, okay, how are they going to do this? It's like, I wasn't really.
Where they left him creeped me out. It was Batman / Lovecraft, and I felt they did it really well.
It wasn't one of my favorites. It wasn't one of my favorite stories, but that is aside from things I can't talk about. Those were things that I watched.
I'm probably the only person who's completely caught up on Futurama.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They ended the season, I believe, unless they're doing a mid-season split. I doubt they are, given the way it ended.
I thought next week's episode was the season finale.
I don't think so. I'll pull up Hulu right now, but I'm pretty sure this caps it, because I didn't see anything after that. It starts really weird. It starts in a way that made me think they were being lazy, because a huge chunk of it is done with little single or like 3-pixel characters representing the crew members. And I'm like, what the fuck is the point of this? Like, did you not have enough budget to do a full episode? But there's actually a point to it. The thrust of the episode is the professor creates a simulation of the universe.
Okay.
And it's running at such a low capacity that you can't do it at high resolution. And then they slowly start to make it a higher resolution, and it becomes the same animation style. But the bit is, will this world know it's a simulation? And how could it know it's a simulation? And Amy, who's the only other character intelligent enough to talk to the professor on a similar level, starts asking him questions that force him to wonder, are they living in a simulation?
Shit.
And then Bender starts to realize, every once in a while they force Bender to realize he's not real. And it's always just soul-crushing for him, so he starts to really connect with these simulated characters. And he gets all depressed and shit. But starts to want to help them. And they go to a robo strip club, which is where he forces the professor to make a solemn vow that he'll never tell these creatures, these simulated versions of them, that they're in a simulation. They'll never find out, is what he wants him to promise that they'll never find out. But then they start to figure out a way to find out if they're in a simulation on their own. So he's got to do something about it. It starts off really meh, and then ends in some very interesting ways, where it's a story within a story within a story. Yeah, it's the end of the season. There's only 10 episodes this season.
Okay.
This is out of all 12 seasons and movies and all that, this was the lowest rated episode of the show's history on IMDb.
I don't think people get it. I didn't get it at first. And then it takes a little bit for you to accept what's going on there. Because I felt like he was cheaping out. There's the first act, a lot of it is just 3-pixel high characters interacting. So it's like, oh, you're saving money, huh? Thanks, Fox. Or 20th Studios.
Yeah.
Thanks, Disney.
Yeah. Eventually, it's not the funniest. It's definitely not the funniest, but I do tend to enjoy the intellectual ones as much as the funny ones.
Those are the ones I enjoy the most, I think.
Yeah. And it was very get you thinking. They lay out quantum physics in there in a way, for the first time, I started to think, you know what? Maybe our world is a simulation because of the questions they ask. Quantum superposition, Like, how can an atom exist in two completely different places at the same time, and it doesn't choose its spot until we decide where we want to look? Like, until we look at one of those positions. And the way they describe it as, in the simulation he's created, it's too hard for it to pick a spot until you decide what spot you want to look at. Then the computer rasterizes it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So is that what's happening in our laws of physics? Oh shit, my head's caving in. Please make a joke. Please make a joke so I don't have to think about this anymore. Oh good, they made a fart joke. They end it in a beautiful way. My biggest concern with this entire reboot return was they ended season 10 fucking perfectly.
Yeah.
It's the best any show ever. They don't end it as well. There will be nothing as good to me as that final moment, but they give Fry a poignant point to make, a poignant little monologue that it's endearing, and it kind of plays to that moment. It's a great little bit they have going on. So it's totally worth it. It's 22 minutes per episode. Like this one was 23. It's Futurama. I'd say the one before it, episode 9, was less interesting to me than this one was. But we all have our takes on things.
I look forward to catching up.
Yeah. They cover modern details. They cover modern issues. Episode 8, that gets canceled.
I have I have to retract my lowest rating. That I was looking at episode 9, not 10. I do apologize.
Yeah, and I can understand why episode 9 was, because it was an attempt at an anthology of interest without doing an anthology of interest and just being weird and esoteric to be weird and esoteric. Not bad, but just like, really? Yeah, that's what we're doing? Okay.
Shit.
Okay. Is Michael Bolton?
Alright, hang on.
What happened?
I'm going to need to plug the recorder in, because we're going to die soon.
Okay.
Just give me a minute.
Kyle has joined us just in time for us to do news, and part of news is his favorite element of the show.
Oh, you got break it up. I can't hear it.
Kyle's going through a tunnel.
Kyle asked if we could tell him how inside the Nerdity studio went. It was really good, actually.
No, what is it? I don't understand.
You've seen inside the actor studio, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but what is the format of it? Because that's, like, are you picking one of us and going through all the work we've done in our life?
Yeah.
Well, not work. It's about, like, the influences.
Our relation, to nerd culture.
And the way I figure it'll have to work is the person who's, like, Justin was the subject today, and out of the two people that were able to come on the show, I'm the more verbose, and I know him slightly longer than Joe.
Slightly longer than Joe.
So I let it. I had a few questions written out, and then Joe would come in with thoughts and questions toward the end, and then we used the questionnaire from...
Yes!
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
It's so fun on the show. I completely sold it that it was original, that this is a new concept. I like this part of the show that one show is its own universe that we play characters in, and then we come on this one and totally give away the store.
Yeah.
So we just have to
what's
decide
kayfabe?
next. I have no idea. I'm me. 24/7. I don't play characters. We just have to figure out who's next and when we want to do it, because we could blow through all of these in a row, but I think it would.
No, it's nice
it
to
would be good
pepper
take
them
time
in. Yeah.
Take some time with mine. Like, months with mine. Like, after a certain period of time.
I'm not saying I'm dreading Joe's, but it's going to be
Not
necessarily pulling teeth.
I'll allow for that episode to have Star Trek mentioned out of his face.
I think it would be funny, because he went to film school, if we go back and figure out all the movies we've already talked about that he's not seen, and only talk about those movies.
Well, if it follows the same format, I actually think I would answer those questions very well.
It was really nice to, like,
Yeah.
in a non-nerdies jokey manner, talk about, like, my upbringing in the genre. And, like, the three people most, the three people that influenced me entertainment-wise the most. And you weren't on it, so I'll drop a little hint here when people listen to this episode. But the three most important people when it comes to influencing my, like, taste in movies, which influenced everything else, is my mom, my grandfather, and my dad.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not going to go too much deeper into that because you should listen to it. I wish
I could have listened to it as you fucking said it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That would have been pretty stellar.
Life happens, doesn't it?
But like, I was really happy with all that.
It turned out pretty much the way I was hoping too. Like you were saying, I didn't want it to be necessarily stone cold serious.
No,
but opening up a bit. And
yeah, it wasn't like the pores Justin that I am on every other episode that we do. Oh, Kyle, you also missed that I have a new job. I am currently an employee of Entertainment Weekly.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
That's a real thing?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for us.
So for the question or at the end, though? Those are like rapid fire questions, aren't they?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I figured the point of that show, especially when you were on Inside the Actor Studio, is the questions initially set you up to do like word association. Or word association you're supposed to answer as quickly as possible so you don't have time to think about it. Not necessarily completely rapid, but you have no need to dawdle because these are things that should be easily accessible since you've been so open.
Yeah.
I don't remember all of them. I remember a couple of them. Like, what sound do you love? What sound do you hate? And if heaven exists, what do you want God to say to you? Right?
You didn't throw that one at the end.
Yeah,
I pulled up the list from the internet and I completely forgot that was one of them.
Yeah.
For the point of our show, though, I think it was good that that one wasn't in there.
There is no Dana, only Zool.
Yeah.
We'll only ask that question to Mike.
Yeah. The one that matters to the most.
But yeah, so that was fun. Look forward to listening to that, folks. Newsy time, yeah?
Newsy news.
Yeah,
we already
news.
touched on the fact that the WGA strike is gonna be over tonight.
Night.
Hip hip hooray.
That's 3:01 in the morning, our time.
That's our time here.
Our time, yes.
It's not their time.
Don't expect any articles from me covering that on Entertainment Weekly, but I'm sure if there's a new product of some sorts, that you'll see by Justin Patterson on that.
As far as news goes, I just have a bunch of the stuff that was pretty much came out of Comic-Con. I don't know. It's a bunch of Marvel announcements. Marvel Comics announcements.
I have non-Comic-Con related.
Fan Expo, I think it was.
Okay. So, coming directly out of Ultimate Invasion, there will be a new Ultimate Spider-Man series.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the real mind blower of this one for me is that it's going to be written by Jonathan Hickman.
Yeah.
And he screwed with our heads pretty good in House of X and Powers of X. So what he could do with a newer version of Spider-Man, I don't know. Have you gotten to read the 3 issues of Ultimate?
Just about to hit it.
Okay, because its pacing is weird to me.
Is it?
There's only 1 issue left, and it's coming out tomorrow. So I'm not exactly sure how this thing's going to wrap up in 1 issue.
It's not.
It's not, because they're going into a whole new universe out of it. Actually, yeah, I'm not going to give too much away. You still have to read it. But what we do know is there will be an Ultimate Spider-Man series. Hickman's writing it, and he's an out-there creator. With art by Marco Cicchetto, who I don't really know at all. He's probably one of the new rising stars. What are they? They have a specific name. Stormbreakers, I think.
Stormbreakers, yeah.
Yeah. The new young guns that are coming in. Magneto is returning. I don't know if you're up to.
He's dead. He's dead where I'm at.
He's dead, and
he's dead, and they're all mopey about it, and then they're like, Krakoa's not working.
Yeah, Krakoa really isn't working.
And then Krakoa swallows what's his face.
Oh yeah, Krakoa swallowed Cypher because it knows bad shit's happening. It took its buddy and ran.
Yeah.
Magneto, in a show of solidarity with Arakko, was like, "Don't resurrect me." Mutants have the ability to resurrect. He's like, "No, if I die, I die." And in a huge battle, Magneto died.
Yeah.
And he wasn't coming back through that means, but he'll come back eventually. He's going to be written by Al Ewing, who did all the typing on the Immortal Hulk. So that was a fucked up series. Who knows where he's going to go with this one. Art by Luciano Vecchio. Not quite sure who that is. It seems to be an age of destruction at Marvel, because Avengers Twilight's coming. They're going to tear the team down and hopefully build it back up again.
Again?
I mean, that happened like 25 years ago with Disassembled, but, these things work in cycles. Could be written by Chip Zdarsky. It's always weird having a Z and a D together. Art by, now this is one, Gabriel Acuna. Gabriel Acuna does really solid art.
Yeah.
He did work on Uncanny Avengers, which was an incredible run.
It's a good book.
Yes, and he did really solid. Somewhat realistic art, but with a very impressionistic kind of boxy style. Very colorful.
Yeah,
I feel like
not
he
that
does
annoying boxy style.
Yeah, not annoying. Like angular while still being kind of organic.
Yeah.
Very strong work. Most likely be picking that up. And the end of the Krakoan age is coming with the Fall of X being written by Jerry Dugan, art by Lucas Wernick, and The Rise of Powers of X, written by Kieran Gillen and art by R.B. Silva. So it's a transition period at Marvel. It always seems like they're in a transition period because something's always changing. But this is a giant transition for a lot of shit going on at the same time.
Yeah, they've been on Krakoa for a long time.
I'm super bummed that it's got to end.
I'm not. Just because, it's too convenient.
But it was never convenient. That's the
But it is, though.
It was beautiful that they all had a place to hang out, but it was a constant state of, we're fucking up. Everything they did was a fuck up. You knew it was coming to an end, but it was such an interesting fuck up to watch. That's all my news.
Okay.
Literally all I had was Marvel news.
Okay, it was announced the other day that the Spider-Man 2 game that's coming out for the PlayStation 5 is going to have fall damage in it.
Optional.
It is optional. But that's cool, though.
I kind of love it.
I like it.
Yeah.
I heard rumor that the uniforms, the costumes, will also take damage in fights.
Yes.
Yeah.
But when you get to a save point, it'll pick
They
it up.
reset.
Yeah.
I kind of love that too.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm about that.
I heard they announced about the game. It's done.
Yes.
They've gone gold, is what they call it.
Yeah.
Everything about it is completed, so it will not be delayed. It will drop on launch day. Hell, it'll probably pre-download earlier than the 2 or 3 days that they usually do.
October 20th.
Yes, sir. Less than a month away.
In a bit of breaking business news, it was noted the other day that 95% of NFTs are estimated to be literally worthless, with pieces from top collections mostly worth $5 to $10. Roughly 25 million people are sat on dead assets thanks to celebrity endorsements.
I would just like to point out that the pitch was to sell them, not to buy them.
I just want to go on record again by stating that I was right.
Yeah, I don't think he's specifically talking about the one we were involved in.
Oh, I don't care. I just want it to be known that I was just trying to figure out a good way for Mike to make some money.
I always thought NFTs were stupid.
Yeah, so did I. Even when people tried to tell me otherwise, and they told me that I was just old-fashioned and I wasn't aware of what I was talking about, and I needed to get with the modern situation. And then I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm still going to be right. And what's today's date? Today is
The 26th.
September 26th, 2023, and here I stand, vindicated, and, as usual, right.
Only took 2 years.
Doesn't
Here's
matter.
a picture.
Right.
You own the rights to it. Oh, wait. You and like 50,000 other people also own this, and you could sell it.
I still maintain that the technology behind it could be applied to very interesting things. It's just the way they used it to sell images that have no use. On its face, it was obviously useless. There's blockchain. Yeah, there's potential for it. There's definitely potential. Using it to sell images for exorbitant prices, what were people thinking? Did they really? It was fucking Beanie Babies.
Yeah, man.
At worst, because at least Beanie Babies, you
A
have
physical,
a little animal.
or a
You can
physical
hold it.
item.
Yeah.
Yeah, the argument I made.
The application of the technology is just not up to snuff.
I went to a baseball game, and they gave everybody an NFT for the special day of the game.
I would have settled for a free beer because they're very expensive.
Yeah, I like, what the fuck am I going to do with this thing? It's a picture of a logo. I don't care.
Staying in the realm of business.
Wait, you want to say something, Kyle? Kyle, you have something to say?
No, I could keep fanning that flame for like another hour.
What?
No, I don't want to.
No,
I
no.
decided against it. I started to,
no, what?
and then I said, you know what? I do want to go to sleep tonight.
No, say it. I won't.
No, I don't want to say it.
No, you have to say it now.
I don't have to do anything.
Fuck it, say it.
And you know what? This dynamic is going to be really interesting in about a month and a half.
Month and a half. Why?
Month, 5 weeks, whatever the fuck.
What, for D&D?
Yeah.
Why?
No, you have to do it. No, I don't. I don't have to do anything. I don't. There's 6 other people who can do stuff. I don't have to resurrect anyone.
Turns out I don't.
Oh, fuck off.
You have to have less than 2 bards. No, we don't. We should.
I didn't say... No, I did not say you have to. I said you guys should change your shit because it wasn't going to work out the way you had it. And say you had to.
No, I know.
It was a
We definitely
suggestion.
should not have 2 bards.
So you have your whole character figured out yet, or what?
He's not even on screen.
I know. I waited till he was walking away to ask that question.
In the world of sports and sports entertainment, the company that owns UFC bought WWE. They merged to create a new company called TKO. Vince McMahon is the main shareholder of TKO and the president, thus still running his company and UFC. However, it was announced the other day that TKO and Anthem, right? Anthem Sports is the parent company. Announced that Vince is probably on his way out, given the whole federal probe that was launched into him. So this is creating quite the very interesting bubble
Something's going to burst.
over in there.
Am I the only person who wants to know why Vince grew a villain mustache?
Because he is a villain.
He's just leaning into it. He's just
Yeah.
owning it.
At this point, he has to.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to do anything.
Stop.
Kyle told us he doesn't have to.
Stop.
He doesn't have to. He's actually rich. He has to do even less than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
You know, if we're going to talk about some wrestling stuff on the wrong show, did you guys hear the big news today? That Jade Cargill signed with WWE?
We knew about that like a week ago.
What's that? I just
Well,
saw.
I didn't know that it was finalized, but that was definitely a rumor.
WWE
I saw.
dropped footage of her going into the PC today. But
Good for her.
yeah, I mean that's the biz, right? You want people to be able to go where they can make money. But interestingly enough, about WWE and money, they just signed a new television deal for SmackDown. It's leaving Fox and heading to USA full-time for, I wanted to get the number correct. Billions.
USA is still a channel.
I think it's like $4 billion. USA is still a channel because they're owned by NBC Universal. $4 billion. And then a day later, after that deal was announced, they started firing people.
What you do? Not.
$4 billion.
I don't know. Just in terms of business practices, I don't know why anyone would want to take the risk of working there.
I don't know.
Like, the only thing I could figure is they go there, and if it works out, they get more exposure. And if it doesn't work out, their fallback is another company anyway.
Well, did you hear the Tony Khan rumor?
No.
That started.
He's going to WWE.
No. So, he put out on social media the other day that at the upcoming Wrestle Dream show, it's going to be the end of AEW as we knew it and the beginning of a new era. And people were just assuming that that was a nod to Edge probably showing up. But there's rumor that Tony bought New Japan over the weekend.
I'm sorry. See, you woke up again. There's a rumor that what?
Tony bought New Japan over the weekend.
That's fucking ridiculous. I don't even know if I would like that.
Didn't they already have a business deal, or was that a different?
They have a working relationship where they'll share talent and stuff. But heavy rumor is that Tony purchased New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah. I don't know if I like that.
I mean, if he lets everybody who's running it now run it, because he can't book Japan and the United States at the same time.
You can't even book two companies in the United States at the same time.
I'm about it.
No, what advantages does it give other than just financial? Does it allow him easier intermingling to not have to?
He can then share talent between all the companies so much easier.
Okay.
In my opinion, the biggest advantage is we get Roppongi Vice more than once every 3 years.
That too. But like, it's the lineage of New Japan. That legacy is incredible. But we'll see what happens. That's it for business. Blood and Honey, if you wanted to watch it, drops October 1st on the Peacock. Mike and I might have to watch this for the show, or try to get as far as we can into it.
You know what? Something tells me we should live commentary this one.
But I think so.
And the kids got to be there.
Yeah. Now on to my listy things.
Your listicles.
My listicles. One is we brought up Paramount Plus, and Mike was going to reactivate his account so he could watch some old school shit. And I was like, hey, now's a good time, because Paramount was the first to put up their Halloween stuff. Their little Halloween library under Peak Screaming on Paramount Plus. The Peak Screaming Hub features the likes of big screens, blockbuster hits such as Scream 6, Smile, Paranormal Activity, Mother, and Orphan First Kill. Spine-chilling slashers such as Pearl, Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, X, and Scream. Iconic films and series featuring Scream Queens such as A Quiet Place Part 2, Yellow Jackets, and 10 Cloverfield Lane. Gonna get into Yellow Jackets. I hear good things. Otherworldly oddities such as The Ring, The Grudge, The Blair Witch Project, and Pet Sematary. Family Fright Night, the Addams Family movies, ranging from the 90s live-action stuff to the animated 2019. Monster High, the movie, Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, and A Really Haunted Loud House, which debuts on the service within the collection on Thursday, September 28th. Coming of Rage, high school horrors like Teen Wolf the Movie, Wolfpack, School Spirits, Teeth, Firestarter, and My Dead Ex. Critically acclaimed series or scares such as Arrival, District 9, Rosemary's Baby, Annihilation, and Suspiria. They have the 76 King Kong, Cloverfield, Crawl, and Congo.
Congo.
Raindrop Drink, Ugly Lady. Midsummer, Bodies, 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 The Killing of a Sacred Deer and Men. Cosplay contenders, Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, Transformers Rise of the Beasts, Top Gun Maverick, Sonic 2, Star Trek Strange New Worlds, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, and Babylon. And my favorite section, the Halloween Nostalgia, which is nostalgic episodes from Nickelodeon favorites including SpongeBob SquarePants, Hey Arnold, Rugrats, iCarly, and Ah Real Monsters, and more. It's like everything that Nickelodeon's ever done that had a Halloween episode is curated in this Nickelodeon thing.
That's pretty cool.
It's awesome. So good.
I might have to start that.
Some intense eyes there.
Yeah. Series such as Evil, Criminal Minds, The Twilight Zone, Dexter, Twin Peaks: The Return, and international horror such as Train to Busan, The Host, Death's Roulette, and Curandero. So check it out, Paramount Plus, if you got it. Or
Hey, Viacom, since we just gave you a plug, why not give us a plug? nerdities@gmail.com.
Fuckers.
No. I don't like going into the listicles much anymore because Kyle gives me a lot of shit. But there was no way I couldn't pull up the 15 celebrated fictional relationships that are actually incredibly toxic.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
15's too many.
Yeah.
Can we do the top 3?
No. Joker and Harley Quinn are not couple
Are these
goals.
in any order?
They're not in order.
Okay, because that would be obvious number 1.
Yes.
Carrie and Mr. Big from Sex and the City were a total shit show.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I would have to watch the show to know.
It's
Yeah,
true.
Me too.
It's true. Rory Gilmore and every single one of her relationships in Gilmore Girls. I only know this. Yeah.
That's another show I never watched.
I only know this
All of them?
because my mom always had this fucking... Yeah, everyone. No, it's right.
I would watch that show occasionally
Because Mom.
just for the writing.
Yeah.
Well, both of them were adorable.
Yeah. Well,
But
no,
it
I'm saying,
really
but like,
was.
my mom would
It
have
was-
it on all the time.
It was like Kevin Smith wrote a show.
Yeah.
Because no one talks like that.
No.
No one talks like those characters.
Yeah.
Ever. No human ever talked like that.
Of course, they throw Romeo and Juliet in here. That's the classic.
Cliche.
Edward and Bella from Twilight,
Don't care.
but it's accurate.
I don't care.
We're 5 in, right?
Huh?
We're 5 in?
We're going to be on number 6 now.
Yeah, I can confirm for the first 5.
Yeah, Anastasia Steele and Christian Grey from 50 Shades, of course.
Other one. Don't care.
Rachel and Ross.
I agree.
Yep.
Okay, but from what direction? Who is the more toxic?
Doesn't matter,
Both.
both are.
They both were equally toxic.
I'm going to say Rachel was more toxic.
I don't know. Ross was...
He was self-destructive.
He was very...
She led him on. Once she knew he was in love with her, she should have shit her off the pot.
Kermit and Miss Piggy.
Yep.
Straight
No.
up.
Yeah,
Straight up.
yeah,
That's an abusive relationship.
very. Anakin and Padme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that was way too hidden to work out, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna wear this sexy outfit. You can't do anything.
So you know what I said last week? Was that last? Yeah, that was last show.
Last show.
Yeah.
Allie and Noah from The Notebook.
Yes, but probably the least out of everyone on this list so far.
Ethel and Fred from I Love Lucy.
It just worked. They were an old married couple.
So, in the show and in real life.
In real life, yes, they hated each other.
Yeah, but no, even on the show, like he would dog her constantly. He would talk shit about her every episode.
And she'd always look at him like, I fucking hate you.
Mm-hmm. They had no reason to stay together. They had less reason to stay together than Ricky and Lucy did.
Yeah. Jesse and Jane in Breaking Bad.
Well, I mean, yeah. Think about how that ended.
Yeah.
Think about how it started.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even think this one should be on the list.
It's on there. I didn't make it.
What number are we at?
It's kind of like a dove, this one.
It's a slam dunk.
We're hitting 13 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, there was not really any redeeming qualities to that relationship.
Yeah. Didn't they meet in a 12-step program?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cam is incredibly manipulative toward Mitch in Modern Family.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, like, I wouldn't call it toxic.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they did have a domineering situation going on.
Donald and Daisy Duck.
That's
Puts
weird.
him in check.
There's a I think it's the newest thing, The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse, where there's a episode where it's Minnie and Mickey going on a double date with Donald and Daisy. And
happy and sad?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that episode.
They're just miserable fucks. Maybe they belong together.
But then at the end, they're happy.
Making other people miserable.
Yes.
Yep.
Jim and Pam were bullies who married each other.
Okay, I haven't seen the show enough.
Well, Pam wasn't. Pam didn't
Yeah,
start
I
off
wouldn't say
as a bully.
she was.
And who did he bully?
Dwight.
He fucked with Dwight.
So
Dwight needed to be fucked with.
So would she,
Dwight
though.
was a problem.
They both...
Yeah.
I don't know. Jim did, what's her name, pretty dirty, though. Actually, so did
Karen?
Pam. Yeah. And she was with, Ray? Was that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The last list I have here before we get into food news is I'm not calling IGN out on trying to crib from us and future episodes, because like as we head into the holiday season and we get ready to record all our holiday stuff towards the end of the year, we have the 100 greatest television shows according to Nerdities coming. Well, IGN released their top 25 best shows of all time, and
I should be upset because we came up with that concept.
I don't know if some of these would even end up on our list. So, here we go. 25 is Succession.
They do 100.
Huh? Do they do
They
100?
do 100. Yeah, they do 100.
Well, the article I have in front of me is their 25.
Thank God.
24 is Freaks and Geeks. 23 is The U.S. Office. 22 is Arrested Development. 21 is Avatar The Last Airbender. 20 is Batman the Animated Series. 19, I Love Lucy. 18, Star Trek The Original Series. 17, Cheers. 16, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. 15, Seinfeld. 14, Watchmen. 13, Star Trek The Next Gen. 12, Fleabag. 11, Lost. 10, Parks and Rec. 9, Game of Thrones. 8, Twilight Zone. 7, Mad Men. 6, Sopranos. 5, Twin Peaks. 4, The X-Files. 3, Breaking Bad. 2, The Simpsons. 1, The Wire.
I for sure think 12 of those would be on our list.
I'd say 12. There's about 12. I can tell you this. I started watching some of The Sopranos again. It doesn't hold up.
It's very much
No,
of its time.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
The story stuff works pretty well, but
Kind of.
there's so many things that are dated. There's so many things that are so set about the late '90s, early 2000s.
And I don't
Takes
know.
you out.
I don't know if that's what makes you realize that like everybody is way scummier in that fucking show than you realized on a first watch. I think.
I realize they're all assholes. They're
I know they're
fucking
all. I know it's the mob, and I get it. But like, just
I question their list.
There's nothing redeeming about them,
yeah.
but it's still good drama.
South Park is 59 on their list.
Joe, I don't want to hear anything else because I don't want it to influence us.
I don't like their list.
Let's
I
just
think their
leave it.
list is
Get off their list. Close it. Don't look. Don't let it bleed.
You don't
in,
have to, Joe.
Don't let it bleed into your mind. I want a fresh. I want a fresh Joe for the 100. But now it's time for food news, baby.
Goodbye.
No, that's the other show closing.
Mm.
Okay, let's start food news right here with Tillamook ice cream. Holiday sugar cookie will be dropping this season. This is available at the Walmarts. Cookie dough ice cream with cookie dough and sugar pieces. Tasty. Peppermint bark, a peppermint ice cream with candy cane bits and white chocolate chunks.
Good.
Don't know how I feel about the white chocolate. Pillsbury is dropping 2 cereal flavored waffles, Cocoa Puffs, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay, I feel like. Did they show images of them?
I think didn't Eggo do this before?
Can't really. Okay. Cocoa Puff looks like it might be too chocolatey.
Yeah.
No
And
such thing.
it is the CT Crunch covered in sugar.
It has added Cinnadust.
I swear Eggo's did this before.
I'm not saying I don't want to try them. Something tells me they're going to be train wrecks.
Probably, but we're going to end up trying them, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
Members Mark, I forget whose brand that is going to have spiced apple pie filled cookies this fall. It's a filled spiced cookie coated and sprinkled with cinnamon and sugar.
Sam's Club.
That's it. Hidden Valley Ranch is dropping new ranch flavored chili crunch.
Gross.
Chili crunch is pretty good. It's a
What?
it's
Chili crunch?
it's like chili oil, and it's got like sesame seeds and whatnot in it, and it adds flavor. It's good. I don't know about ranch flavored, but hey, try
That's
it.
where my gross comes in.
I'm going to buy it.
Nestle's is dropping new flavored milk, Frosted Flakes cereal flavored milk, and Eggo maple waffle flavored milk. This is not the only flavored milks we have on the list today either, kids.
Too much.
Frosted Flake flavored milk. Disgusting.
Sugar milk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sugar
It's
milk.
not even good sugar milk, too.
No.
I don't know if I like maple waffle flavored milk.
It sounds too much.
Sounds like a lot of too much.
It's like drinking the batter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Limited edition gingerbread toast crunch will be dropping on store shelves this holiday season.
I gotta give that a swing.
Yeah, James was very excited about this. I sent
I
him.
swear it took them till 2023 to do that.
Well, they've been rocking the sugar cookie crunch, and that's incredible.
That one I would eat. I don't like gingerbread. I love Christmas. I don't like gingerbread.
That's weird,
I like fake gingerbread. I've had real gingerbread with bits of ginger in there.
dude. I remember those cookies.
Blah.
We've also got True Moo is dropping limited edition orange cream milk in stores.
Creamsicle?
Creamsicle milk.
It just pour me a glass of the creamsicle. It just, no.
I want a shot of it.
Yeah.
I don't know
wouldn't.
what I use it in, but I tried.
I
a little
wouldn't.
bit.
I mean, clearly, it's a drink, right? You're not gonna. There's no way you're dunking anything in it or pouring it over anything.
Maybe like
But-
Cheerios. bland ass Cheerios.
But mixed with some vanilla ice cream, this might be a really good fucking shake.
There you go. That's the use for it.
They have some uses, indeed.
Skippy Peanut Butter Bites are getting the Girl Scout hookup. They're going to have Adventurefuls, Samoas, and Tagalong flavored peanut butter bites.
No Thin Mints?
Mint and peanut butter. Not a great flavor combo.
Never tried it.
Not a good one. Pringles is dropping street taco flavored Pringle chips.
I could see that.
Lay's is dropping limited edition fried pickles with ranch flavored chips.
Nope.
I'm about it. Keebler, or everybody's celebrating 20 years of Elf. So Keebler Fudge Stripes are getting Keebler Fudge Stripe gingerbreads with Elf pictures on it.
Wait, 20 years?
20 years.
That's it? That's my entire life.
Me too.
20 years.
I call bullshit.
I'm looking at it right now.
Elves.
Not Keebler Elves. Elf. The movie Elf.
Oh, okay.
And Keebler is dropping Elf cookies.
Yeah, the way you worded that made no sense.
My bad.
I was like, Keebler Elves have been around forever.
So it's going to have images of like Santa's workshop and the world's best cup of coffee sign.
Mr. Narwhal.
Yeah. Also, we're getting Elf Brock's candy canes, so they're going to have peppermint hot cocoa flavor, maple syrup, and cotton candy.
I'm for the first two.
Mrs. Butterworth's is dropping an Elf syrup and Elf sugar cookie pancake mix.
Okay.
Are they going to make those like stupid, ridiculous, over the top ones and you're going to have to put spaghetti on it?
No.
You don't have to do anything. We learned that today.
Brock's Candy Cane Forest Mellow Cream, so essentially Christmas candy corns, in frosted sugar cookie, maple syrup, toasted marshmallow, and peppermint candy cane flavors. Also, Brock's Swirly Twirly Gumdrops. I'm about this. I'm gonna get a bag of these motherfuckers in sweet sugar plum, Mary Cherry, and icy blue raspberry.
I will definitely partake in that.
Yo,
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
I will make sure we have a bag of this for our holiday episodes that we record. Continuing with the holiday-themed foods, Hostess is dropping a bunch of holiday stuff. Mint chocolate Twinkies.
Fuck yeah.
Down on that.
Peppermint Twinkies.
Okay.
Peppermint Ho-Hos.
I like my ho-hos pepperminty.
Peppermint Suzy Q's.
There'd be a ding-dong in here.
Raspberry Zingers.
Okay.
Chocolate-covered strawberry Hostess cupcakes.
Hostess, you are wooing me.
And hot cocoa and marshmallow donuts.
Okay, Hostess, you got a plug. nerdities@gmail.com.
There's some executives at Hostess sitting in an office somewhere that they earned their exorbitant pay.
Yeah, I am all about all those.
Then Nestle's Crunch was like, oh, we're going to do some shit too.
Hold my cacao.
That's right. And they were like, hey, remember Crunch Bars? Remember how good Crunch Jingles are? The Christmas bell-shaped Crunch Bars? Mm-hmm. Well, not only are they bringing them back this year like they normally do in their festive Christmas wrapping, they also are doing a collab with Brock's where they're going to have chocolate peppermint crunch jingles.
Okay. I could like that.
Yeah.
With like bark in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That I could definitely be all about.
And then candy cane crunch jingles. Like there's candy canes with Nestle Crunch flavor.
Like a Nerds rope?
Yeah.
Or a candy cane shaped Nestle's Crunch.
No, like a candy cane that's gonna have the chocolate crunchy
on the outside
infusion.
Like
I'm not sure by the picture.
Like, so, like, candy cane, the hard, sugary...
Classic
basic
candy
sugar.
cane.
Yeah, candy cane. But covered in Nestle's Crunch?
I think it might have a chocolate center.
I'm intrigued.
Yes.
I'm intrigued.
Captain Crunch is all about the Christmas Crunch this year in 3 collectible limited edition boxes.
Collectible. Does anybody
Fucking-
ever collect a
No,
cereal box?
but I eat them.
The box?
Dude, I know the cereals. I haven't had Christmas Crunch since like the early 90s. I don't even know if it's been a thing for the last couple of years, but I'm glad it's coming back strong.
Christmas Crunch cereal.
It probably has. It's one
Yeah.
cereal
Yes.
brand that they don't stop putting out shit with the captain's face on it.
And the last one I have here is from Pringles as well. They're going to be decorating the Pringles cans in Santa suits and elf suits, and a Christmas turkey flavored Pringles will be dropping.
Just turkey? None of the other table settings?
Now it just says Christmas turkey.
No sides.
I'll give it a swing.
I'll try it. I'll try it.
It's like turkey in gravy?
Probably. That's fine. That's a nice flavor profile.
Because just turkey by itself might be a little too dry.
Well, it's a chip. It's potato already, so it's already turkey, gravy, and mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
That works.
That is a lot of food news.
I said I was coming all over with
You
the
came all
food
over.
news.
Came all up in it.
Let's get ready for the holiday food news, boys.
Okay. That seems like a full show.
That's a show.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that I got a douche and a nerd.
I have 2 nerds.
Okay. My douche this week is Martin Scorsese. He's got to shut the fuck up about comic book movies.
He really does.
Especially because he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He wants people to push back against comic book movies and support films like those made by Christopher Nolan. I'm going to repeat what I just said. He wants to push back against comic book movies and support those by people made like Christopher Nolan. You know, the guy who made a fucking trilogy based on Batman.
I saw this.
Yeah, Martin. Just stick to making the movies. Stop commenting on them. You don't know what you're saying anymore. Your eyebrows are getting too big for your britches. Fuck you, Martin. Nice to have an opinion. It would be great if it made sense. My nerd of the week is... Now, folks who've been listening long enough know this is not my 9-to-5 job. I have to put some legwork in.
This is not any of
Make a
our
living.
9-to-5 jobs.
Saturday, during a tropical storm, the customer that I was supposed to work for was like, yeah, sure, come on in. And he was my least favorite person. He was almost my douche of the week. But his wife, who called me back 10 minutes later and was like, it's too rainy outside. The water will be coming in the door. No, you go home and live your life like a human should during this. She's my nerd of the week for being a basic, decent individual. Thank you, ma'am, whose name I'm not going to bring up. But thank you all the same. Just
All right.
a nerd.
My nerd of the week is Jamie Lee Curtis. Big nerd Jamie Lee Curtis makes it clear she'd better be in the One Piece show. The show's producer quickly responded to a post from the Star today, writing, "No need to lobby." One of the many charming things about Jamie Lee Curtis is that she is, to put it delicately, a big goddamn nerd. This is the woman who appeared at the premiere of the Warcraft movie, a film we hasten to remind you that she was not in full orc cosplay. Stories of her infiltrating fighting game tournaments and conventions in costume are well known. Amongst Curtis's various nerdy obsessions, Ichiro Oda's One Piece ranks pretty damn high, to the point that Curtis has now expressed her active desire to begin campaigning for a role in the franchise's live-action Netflix adaptation, just as soon as the SAG-AFTRA strike is over. She even has a part picked out. Dr. Kureha, a cool old lady who, like pretty much everybody in One Piece, is a total oddball who is also incredibly competent at her job.
And so she's not forcing herself into a role. There's something she fits well.
Oh yeah,
That's nice. Good for her.
yeah. So and bravo for One Piece getting a second season.
I actually have a douche.
Ooh, shit.
Facebook. I don't care about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
That is not Facebook's fault.
It's all over Facebook.
That is the people that you know and follows obsession with who she's getting new material for an album from.
Blame it on Al Gore and his rhythm.
Yeah.
It's the Al Gore rhythm. That's what's faulted.
Stop posting about it. Don't care.
Just like anybody who's excited about it, just understand she's going to break up with him in a few months, and a new album comes out next year about it. So
she have a song called Touchdown?
Sure.
Blitz? My Heart Got Sacked?
I Loved Your Mom. You know, I get it. I understand, Joe. But,
Our
you know.
Relationship in the End Zone?
Oh, I like that.
That could be a title. Who knows? Could be an episode. Who am I to say?
But that's,
did you have another nerd, Justin?
I thought I did, but no.
Okay. So, yeah, if you like what you hear, nerdities.com, nerdities@gmail.com, nerdities, just fucking type nerdities in, NERDATIES. Put on the last S for savings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
subscribe to us everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere.
All the places. And then go to nerdities.myspreadshop.com, buy shirts, hoodies, all the hoodies you wanted. They're all there. Get your hoodies. Fucking hoodies.
It's getting cold.
Options. We just wanted options. We didn't want this company to be like, you know what? You didn't sell enough of these things, so we're not going to let you put your thing on that thing.
Well, now there's options and no one's buying them. Also, go to can'tstoptheropedrop.myspreadshop.com for our Disney-related shirts. The Halloween ones. Are you done? Are they done?
I put them in.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. You never got back to me about the back of the Halloween Town shirt.
I thought you saw when I dropped them in. I thought it sent you.
No, it doesn't. I haven't been on the laptop to check the Dropbox notifications. So.
Well, it's Ragu, man.
Okay. Then they'll be up and running. Also, Can't Stop the Rope Drop. Available wherever you get your fine free podcasts. That's my family-friendly show.
Nary a fuck to be heard.
They're
said, but someone's got to go in there and click.
Prefer when they're not said on that show. Sinfulcreationsbyjustin.com. CINNFUL creationsbyjustin.com. The fall October menu drops in October. By the time you hear this, you can place orders, but I won't be working this weekend because we will be at former intern Kelly's wedding.
Mm-hmm. Getting schnick-faced.
Yes, sir. And, yeah, do all those things.
Go over to YouTube, youtube.com/nerdities. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to get notified when new content is coming, because new content is coming. Nerdy ETs, our cooking show, will be dropping soon. Also, give us a budget. Write to us at nerdities@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Sponsor Nerdities. We'll croon, we'll swoon, we will talk about your product and or business. You hear us like Viacom, Nestle's, Pillsbury, Hostess. Come on. We know you have money. You have lots of money. You can give us some.
We'll help you design food. There's one thing we're good at. It's making...
We'll eat it.
It's turning sugar into other stuff.
Not just sugar. Mostly sugar, but not just sugar.
It's in everything.
I feel like that episode of South Park where it's like they have to get the ship to go to Marklar. It's the Christian place. We need this new camera, you see, to film this movie that we're doing. So we need this $2,000 camera and one of those volume rooms so we could put us at any place we want.
Just an LCD TV. Just a new LCD TV. Oh my. You know, what am I talking about? I got a nice TV. Video opinions on Nerdy's Crew Radio. I can point that out, but don't worry, next week's will be far more insulting. Bye-bye.
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 Why should I care?
Drop!